Hi Dawn, nice that you are here. So, hi everyone. I'm waiting for a few seconds, then I'm going to start. Let me see. Hi Becky, hi Sarah and Heidi. Okay, I'm just going to start off, and I will be creating this card tonight with the lovely new flower dies and these beautiful stamps and dies, the essential words I will be using, and also from little acorns. Now I can do that. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw it. Life is really busy, and your car broke down, Sarah. I'm so sorry for you. That must be a nag. So I'm going to head off. I made this card with a little bit of a pinkish purple paper with the distress ink, the tattered rose, and I colored this also in the flowers with the tattered rose. But tonight I will be using another color so you can see the difference. I will be using a blue color. So I'm going to put that one aside. Oh, not sure what it was. Okay. So the base of the card is I used a 30-30 craft paper, and I cut it in half, so that leaves us with a 30 by 15 centimeter paper, and I folded it over. So it's a 15 by 15 card. And the next layer is only a half a centimeter smaller. This one is 14.5 by 14.5. Let me put that aside. And at first I will be making this layer, so I will scratch the sides at first, making a little bit of noise. So. I think that gives it just a little bit of an extra touch. I'm sorry. So that is the first layer that goes on the card. And I will be using the cracked pistachio. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Lisa. I was distracted by all the pictures and of the cats and flowers and moi. So I'm going to only do the edges because on this base will be another layer, so you don't see the inside of this piece. So only will be touching up the layer with the cracked pistachio, only the distress ink, not the oxide this time, because I thought it worked better with this paper and this card at the moment. So that's the first base. I'm also going to give this one a little edge, just a little touch, not too much. I think the green from the pistachio works really nice with blue. So this will be the first layer. I'm moving on to the next layer, and that will be this. So I'm going to move this over here, and I used this beautiful stencil. This is also from 2 shows for I forgot it. But Heidi will put in some links where you can find the stamps and things I will be using. I will be using a structure paste and just put it on here. I'm going to take these little dots also, and this one. And it doesn't mind that there is some pieces over here from the structure paste, because I'm going over it again in a moment. So this has to dry for a while, and I will be, because I won't clean this one up, I will tuck it in with a wet cloth, because I can't go to my washing bin. So if it dries, it doesn't dry out. So that is this with the structure paste. And here, I prepped it already, is the one that is already done and dried up. Well, the next thing is what I'm going to do is use some gesso. Oh, it's a really nice stencil. They have, I think, it's really nice because you have these winter elements and the stars, and these stars you can also use for other things. So I use them over here, like this, and those little stars, they are really, really cool. I really love that stencil. So I'm going over it with my gesso, just putting a little layer on here, just roughly, because we're going over it with the distress ink later on also. So I'm just going to cover it just a bit, give it a little bit of a vintagey look later on. Because when you use this on kind of a brown paper, or a bit of yellowish paper, then with the aged mahogany, that's a real dark one, but if you use the vintage photo on it, it will be really vintagey, I think. So that is that. Put the lid on over here and clean that up. So this also has to dry, and you can air dry it with your heat tool, but then it will crinkle up. I'm going to leave that air dry and put that one aside also. And here is the one ready. So this is how it looks when it's dried up. You can also put 2 layers of gesso on it if you want it, but that's up to you. I'm going to use this beautiful stencil, and I'm going to add some extra layers. At first I will be doing this to highlight up these pieces a bit. They take up a little bit more paint than the rest of the card, so that looks as if they pop up. They are a little bit of a 3D look like that. 2D, two-dimensional. And it, let me see, yeah, highlight these a bit more so they pop out of the card a bit. And then I will be using this stencil, because that's the beauty of the distress ink. You can layer it and layer it and layer it like this. And like that. I'm going to do that 3 times. All good things come in 3. Like that. It gives just a little bit of extra structure. Gesso is always good to use for backgrounds and things if you want to do anything else. So this is okay. And now I'm going to build it up with foam tape. Let me cut that one. Ta-da-da. I just yesterday bought a the 3D glue, and I love it, so I'm going to use that later on with the flowers, I think. I didn't know how to use it because I never got the chance to buy them, or they were sold out everywhere. So let me see if I can get this straight enough when I'm not hanging over it with my head. I hope that's okay. Yeah, about that. Just let me stick on a few pieces here, like that. So the green really pops off the blue and isn't all too hard by color. So I made the this upper piece, this last piece. I had to put some more tape on it, but I will do that later. This is also a ½ centimeter smaller, because this one, the biggest card, is 15, 14 and a half, and 14 by 14. So it gives a bit of a dimension like that. So next I will take the beautiful flowers that Lisa had yesterday on the show. I colored them also in with the cracked pistachio, and I highlighted them with a pencil. So just gave a little bit of a darker pieces so they will pop off the card a bit. Thank you, Sarah. And now I'm just going to curl them a bit, just with my hand. I think that looks just a bit better, like that, as if they are really alive and on the card. I like that. Like this. And then I maybe also will be using some die cuts from the little acorn set. That is, let me take that out. That's this one. They are so beautiful, and they can be combined with any color, I mean flowers or anything else. They stand out on their own also. So that's what I like. Let me think how I will do that. I'm going to use, oops, my little bottle. And afterwards I will make the flowers, I will stick them up with a little bit of a 3D glue. Yeah, that's it. So that. I'm going to add this one in between there. Just a little bit of glue is enough. I'm just stacking it a bit behind there. Curl them also. Yeah, that will be there. I always am looking before I stick them on the card how it looks if I put them over here or anywhere else. So yeah, so you can see if it looks okay, because sometimes I have an idea and when you already glue them on, you don't know if that it looks nice. And sometimes I am really quickly and I do it too quickly, and then I think, oh no, and I want to pull them off, and that is not good to pull them off because that won't look very nice. So I'm going to add some 3D glue just to let them stick on there. Like that. It gives a little bit of a dimension in the card. And then they are also stuck to the card. That's good. Yeah, like that. That's good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that worked out nice. Yeah. Yeah, there has to be a club, doesn't it, Sarah? Hi, Natalia. Thank you. So, this is that. And then I'm going to use the beautiful Essential Words stamps. And let me take that out for a moment. These beautiful stamps and dies. And I have the stamps here. And the dies, I put them on a piece of magnetic sheet, stamped on it and laid them on here. So I know which word is which one. And I put them together in my map. And tonight I will be using the With Love one. And here it is. Let me put that there. I'm going to use this card and use the StazOn ink. Oh, these words, these essential words and dies. Oh gosh, I am in love with them. With love also. Let me see if I can get it straight, because I'm going to show you a trick with this. Yeah, and then the die. I'm going to use my paper. With Love. It fits around it really perfectly. And I'm going to stick it on with my tape. Let me see if I can get it straight. Yes. And also over here. Ta 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 ta. Now the thing is, let me show you here. I want a kind of a banner thing. So I want this piece to be on it and this piece to be on it. So it looks like this there with a, that it's on there with a band or a ribbon or something. So that's the thing. I'm going to use my little cutting machine. And the thing is, when you use the bigger cutting machines, it's the same idea. You have to make sure that the last piece of the die isn't in the in between the cutting sheets. So you don't cut this last piece. I'm going to leave that open. You can see that here. It sticks over the edge. I'm going to put that in there. And also, don't go all the way. I don't turn it around all through. I'm just stopping just right over here. Like that. And then I go back. And then comes the next step. Well, first I'm going to show you. You see the pieces here attached to the card. And I'm going to turn that around and do the same thing over here with the W. Make sure that a piece of that is free from there. I'm going to turn, and also again, don't go all the way, just stop in time and go back. So, here comes the next step. Pom pom. I'm going to take that off and this one up there. So it didn't cut all the way. And that's the next thing I will do. I will use my pencil because I can erase it, and I'm going to try to make a straight line to the left and to the right, like this. You can always erase that. I'm going to turn that over and make sure it is straight. And you can also make them broader than that, but I think it looks nice like this. I hope it is straight because I can't stand straight over it. So the next thing is, you have these lines and you will cut them in until about there, and here also about there. This one also the same. You don't cut until the word itself, but let me cut that off so you can see clearly what I am doing. So the last little bit I'm going to cut in line with that. And that's what I'm going to do with here. Like this, I'm going to follow the edge of the die. So you have this, and on the other side exactly the same thing. Like that. Cut that off so I can see where I am going with my scissors. Just follow this piece, and there is that. I'm going to erase the little pieces I see, like that, and there you go. Let me put that one there. So you got this, and you can cut it to any size you want. So I'm also going to use my pencil to make a line to cut them off and cut them to size. Let me see. Got it all off? Yeah. So that is this one. And where did I leave my tape? Oh, here. Yeah, it looks very nice. Thank you. And No, because I have my 3D glue, I'm just going to use my 3D glue. I think I will be a 3D glue addict because I already love it. Some dots over here, some dots over there. Yep. Like that. Let me take that here. And let me see. I think that must be it. So, that's it. That's the card. Yeah, that's a good idea for the jars, because you can make these pieces as long as you want. You can leave a little, just a long piece of paper for free, so you can put them around the jar. That's also a good idea. So, that is my card that I created now, and this one is with the pink colors. You can see it's almost, yeah, I didn't do this on 3D glue, so but it gives just a little touch. I'm going to touch up the edges also for the picture, but I hope you all enjoyed my card that I made tonight. Thank you, Natasja. And if there were any questions, I think you must have asked them all my other DT members, and or else I will watch later on what the questions were or anything. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you, Lisa. Next week on my time there will be my doppelganger Heidi. She will be on the other weeks also here, and there will be more Facebook lives. And well, yes, that's it. Have a lovely evening, and thank you so much. Bye bye.